Good morning to all. So we are at the course of animal biotechnology. So we have started the cloning vectors, and on those cloning vectors we also completed the previous classes. That was about the on those cloning vectors we are also completed. That was totally about the mainly plasmids, cosmids, bacteriophage vectors are completed till now. So those are plasmids or the cloning vectors are used. So those are mainly prepared from the bacterial genome. So that was a circular DNA was captured, that was collected, and that was ligated with the human genome, human DNA, and both are ligated with each other, and now that was inserted into any other animal cell, then that was going to be cloned on those animal cells, and a number of clones are formed from that animal cell that should be contained those different characters from the animal DNA, and that was a plasmid that was used as a vector, and it was helpful as a vehicle-like structure. So both are ligated with each other and converted into a plasmid, a different type of the plasmid. Then that was about the structure of the plasmid. And now, so those plasmids are PBR 322, PBR 327, and PUC 18 are also completed. And bacteriophage vectors, those bacteriophage vectors are mainly about the, so that was totally about the, so the bacteria should be going to be infected. So the virus may not be contained the self, that was reproduce itself. That's why that should be infected by any other organism. Then only the life cycle of virus was completed. So the virus before the genetic material of virus was going to be inserted. That was the human DNA was inserted into the was a specific regions that the DNA was going to be cut. Those sites are mainly considered as a cause sites. Those cause sites are introduced into the genetic material that was a head region of a bacteria, head region of the virus. So those are mainly a capsid was presented around the head region of the virus. Inside the virus head region, the DNA was inserted, and now the virus was going to be infected to the bacteria of mainly E. coli bacteria. Those that was now converted into a bacteriophage vectors. That should be contain the DNA sequence of those E. coli bacteria, and along with the another that was a human DNA sequence are also presented on those bacteriophage vectors. Now those are helpful. Now those are used for the preparation of the any other clones. The type of clones are considered as those vectors are bacteriophage vectors, and cosmids. The cosmids are the middle part of some amount of those are fused to, those are the hybrids. Those are the hybrids in the middle of the plasmids, in the middle of the bacteriophage vectors. The way possess some part of, so those are some characters about the plasmid, some characters about the bacteriophage vectors. That's why that is called as a cosmid, middle of the bacteriophage vector and the plasmids. So these plasmids are used to clone only below 10 kilobases of DNA only, and the bacteriophage vectors can able to clone up to some the length of the DNA 25 kilobases, means larger than the plasmid, and after completion of the cosmid is also helpful for the used to clone some larger amount, that was 18 to 20 or 25 kilobases of DNA length also going to be cloned with the help of the cosmid. After completion of the cosmid, we are having in our syllabus that was totally about the, so today we move on to discuss about the bacterial artificial chromosome. Bacterial artificial chromosome, that was about the BACS. So in these bacterial artificial chromosome, it was totally about see this. It can able to clone. It should be contain the ORI, origin of replication. Origin of replication. It should be contain the multiple cloning sites. the COS region, and also contain the selectable marker, that was the antibiotic resistance. It was the selectable marker. And it also contained the T1 and SP6 promoter genes. And PAR A, PAR B, and PAR C. These were stable of BACS, and also contain the replication region. So these are the main characters of bacterial artificial chromosome. Bacterial artificial chromosome was mainly that should be contain that was a fertility plasmid, that was a fertility plasmid, that was a F plasmid, fertility functional plasmid, fertility functional plasmid, that was a F plasmid. F plasmid was going to be cloned into the bacteria. F plasmid, that is a functional fertility functional plasmid, that was going to be cloned into the bacterial cell. It was cloned into the bacterial DNA. That's why that is called as, it is considered as a bacterial artificial chromosome. The definition of a bacterial artificial chromosome, that was totally about the bacterial artificial chromosome, totally about the F plasmid. It was nothing but fertility functional. Fertility functional plasmid was inserted and next cloned into the bacteria, then that is considered as a bacterial artificial chromosome. So these bacterial artificial chromosome was going to be prepared. See this. It was the F plasmid. F plasmid with restriction enzymes, and here gene of interest with restriction enzymes. And now was the BAC, bacterial artificial chromosome. LAC-Z. was electroporated So in these manner, BAC was going to be prepared in these manner. See this. So it mainly BAC resemble like this. So it may possess the ORI, may possess the REP and MCS and T1, SP6 and cos N and par C, par B and par E. So it may possess like this and also contain the selectable marker. Was the selectable marker here? See this was the BAC. Can able to clone up to 100 to 202. So it was able to clone up to 100 to 300 and some thousands of up to some thousands of kilobases also. That was the capacity of bacterial artificial chromosome. See this. So the lag Z was a lag Z sequence of a gene that was mainly plasmid that should be contain the lag Z of sequence that should be with the restriction enzymes was going to be combined with the gene of interest with the restriction enzymes. So it was a chromosome. So see this. So these cohesive ends are going to be cut with the help of restriction endonucleases. And see here also it was also going to be cut. Both are going to be ligated here. And finally conversion of bacterial artificial chromosome. It was F plasmid was cloned into the bacterial cell. That was considered as a bacterial artificial chromosome. So it was electroporated into the X-GAR medium. See this, it was totally bacterial artificial chromosome. Again here, so it was going to produce a number of the clones inside the. That was it was a microtiter plate. These was going to be inserted into the microtiter plate, and a number of the clones are formed. So the formed clones are again transported. So this is a mechanism for the formation of bacterial artificial chromosome here. So in these and the next see this. It was a totally structure of bacterial artificial chromosome. It can able to accept, it can able to clone up to 100 to 300 kilobase pairs of a DNA length up to this much of length. It can able to so allo can able to accept this much of length of bacteria. The DNA sequence. It should be contain the ampicillin. It was a selectable marker. It was a selectable marker. AMPR is nothing but ampicillin resistant. It was antibiotic resistant and it is also called as selectable marker. And the T1 SP6, these are the, see here, promoter genes. These are the promoter genes. And next, par A, par B, par C. These are three or these should be become a stability. These can maintain the stability of bacterial artificial chromosome. And ORA is the origin of replication was started here. And REP it is also for replication. And cos M it was a cos region means some part of so DNA sequence that is a cos region, and multiple cloning sites means it can able to accept different types of bacterial sequences, BAM2 and SALT and also to the HI, and so these types of sequences also it can able to accept different types of the bacterial sequences. Those are the multiple cloning sites. It should be possessed like the plasmid. Why? Because it was prepared with the help of the plasmid. The character of the plasmid was it can accept the number of the cloning sites. Those are mainly it can allow, so it can accept different types of the bacterial sequences. Those are the multiple cloning sites are accepted here. Multiple cloning sites are going to be accepted. That's why it should be possessed the multiple cloning sites. So those are the different bacterial DNA sequences are going to be inserted. It may be allow, it can be allow those different types of the bacterial sequences. That's why it should be possessed the MCS means multiple cloning sites are presented here. Ampicillin resistant, antibiotic resistance, and ORA origin of replication. So cos sites. Totally this was the structure of bacterial artificial chromosome. Totally it was about the bacterial artificial chromosome, and after completion of this you are having in your syllabus the next topic that was yeast artificial chromosome is also there. The yeast artificial chromosome. The yeast artificial chromosome was nothing but, so the human DNA sequence, the human chromosome was going to be cloned into the yeast cells. That was a human DNA, that was a genetical gene sequence. So the DNA sequence of the human that was going to be inserted, that was going to be cloned inside the yeast cells. That is called as yeast artificial chromosome, human artificial chromosome. That was mainly the main purpose of yeast artificial chromosome was so that was a human artificial chromosome. It was helpful for the future, so for further production of human, so that was inside the human being, so the artificial chromosome for the production of a number of artificial chromosomes about the human being. That is the main importance of yeast artificial chromosome. So these yeast, it is also acts as a shuttle vector. It is called as a shuttle vector. So shuttle means you know very well about the shuttle badminton. So the cork that was going to be circulated throughout in the middle of the two persons with the help of the shuttle badminton. So like the way here these are named as why? Because these are named as shuttle vectors means these are going to be able to replicate inside the two different host cells. That is the human and inside the yeast cell, yeast bacteria, and also inside the human that was two different host cells. These can able to to replicate. So these can able to replicate inside the too many hosts. So that's why two and a number of the hosts these can able to replicate itself. This type of yeast artificial chromosome acts as a shuttle vector. Means a shuttle vector is nothing but it can able to act, it can able to fight, it can able to replicate itself in two different hosts or two number of the hosts also it can able to replicate itself. That's why it is called as shuttle vector. Totally it is a yeast artificial chromosome. It can able to allow, it can able to accept and it can able to clone up to 1000 kilo bases, 1000 kilo base pairs of a DNA length. So when we compare it with the bacterial artificial chromosome, it can be able to clone that much of some large number of the higher number of DNA sequences can able to insert into the yeast artificial chromosome. That is the main difference between the bacterial artificial chromosome and the yeast artificial chromosome. Mainly the yeast bacteria, the chromosome was inserted into the only yeast bacteria. That's why it is called as a yeast artificial chromosome. So those yeast cells are those able to insert, they can able to allow up to 1000 kilo base pairs, but bacterial artificial chromosome can able to allow, can able to accept up to only the 100 to 300 only. But so these length is very high. So these insertion of DNA length is very high than the bacterial artificial chromosome. It can able to insert, it can able to allow that much of DNA length up to so 1000 kilo base pairs. That's why it can have more advantageous than the bacterial artificial chromosome. It may possess that was a shuttle, it was acts as a shuttle vector. It may possess 1000 kilo base pairs also. 1000 kilo base pairs can able to allow in these. So that was that much of importance it should be contained. That is the main importance and that is the difference between so these are mainly the yeast artificial chromosome. So it may possess the regions of mainly present. See this. So it may contain the yeast artificial chromosome. So it was a YAC. So up to 1000 kilo base pairs. So it may contain the region of CEN. It was the CEN region and also possess the TEL region. Telomerase and TEL region, and also contain the marker A. It was also contain the marker A. So it may possess a marker A and also contain the marker A and a marker B here. Marker A, marker B, and also sequence of Escherichia coli. It also contained, so it was a telomerase sequence. TL means telomerase sequence. Telomerase was the end part of the chromosome. At the end of the chromosome, a short length of telomeres are presented. So those sequence also contain these yeast artificial chromosome. Why? Because it was going to be cloned into the human chromosome, human artificial chromosome. For the preparation of human artificial chromosome, it should be contain the sequence of a telomerase sequence. That telomerase sequence was mainly about so those telomerase sequence was that was the end part of the chromosome, the short part of the chromosome. That was the end region of chromosome is considered. See this. So in these manner the chromosome was presented. The short structure here. So it may contain some short amount, some less amount of it is considered as a telomere. It is a telomere. So it was a precursor for the so at the time of a DNA replication. So it was a end region. So after completion of these telomerase end, so the replication was going to be ended at the telomerase part. So it was going to be atrophy with the age, atrophy with the cell aging. So telomerase was mainly the telomere structure was based upon the activity of a telomerase enzyme. So those telomerase sequence that was also going to be coded inside the yeast artificial chromosome. The yeast artificial chromosome should be contained. So these TL sequence that was a telomerase sequence and also possess it was a centromere. It was a centromere. CN means a centromere and the Escherichia coli and the markers, selectable markers are there. So mainly two markers are there. One is a marker A and the one is a marker B. Two markers are also there. And in these two types of sequences are also presented inside the yeast artificial chromosome. It also possesses the ORI. So that is the origin of replication site. See this ORI region. It was the origin of replication. So it was totally about the origin of replication is also presented in these so yeast artificial chromosome. It may possess the centromere sequence, telomere sequence and two markers and Escherichia coli sequence, and also so these are mainly a total of characters of yeast artificial chromosome that was mainly it was furtherly future reference for the formation of human artificial chromosomes are greatly produced with the help of these yeast artificial chromosomes are mainly helpful for those functions. And so these yeast artificial chromosome was the so main it was acts as a shuttle vector. The shuttle vector was nothing but it is the middle part of in the middle of the so the shuttle vector is nothing but shuttle means it was mainly replicate but remaining plasmid bacterial is vector only replicate only single host, but these shuttle vectors may going to replicate in two different hosts. So that's why these are considered as a shuttle vector. Yeast artificial chromosome was acts as a shuttle vector. It can able to allow, it can able to replicate in two different hosts. That is the importance of yeast artificial chromosome. It can able to replicate and it may able to allow up to 1000 kilobase pairs of DNA length. So much of DNA length was going to be inserted in these yeast artificial chromosome. So these are the cloning vectors. So plasmid, cosmid and the F that was the phosphid was nothing but that was the F plasmid was nothing but that was the phosphid. So F plasmid was the one of the modification form of the cosmid. That was a functional plasmid and bacteriophage vectors and bacterial artificial chromosome, yeast artificial chromosome. These are the parts of the cloning vectors are completed. So after that you are having in your syllabus it was about the cell cloning, animal cloning and the gene cloning is there, and in these second unit another topics are those are the equipments which are helpful for the animal cloning or so which type of so equipments or machines are helpful for the preparation of animal cloning, and applications and cell culture techniques are there. So those are three topics are left in your third unit. So remaining two topics it was a 1.1 and 1.2 are over. So three topics are left in your third unit. So after that we are entered and we want to discuss about the first we started the cell cloning. What is the mean by cell cloning and what is the animal cloning and what is the gene cloning. Actually the cloning purpose was helpful for the actual DNA. So number a single form of one organism. So we can able to prepare, able to produce with the help of those particular organism clonings means particular organism a different clone, different cells are able to produce actually same as means a copy of the same DNA copies, a number of copies are produced, able to produce from the same DNA. So that much of that is called as a clones. Clone was one of the Greek word came from the clones KLON. But that was so until now we are considered clone is a CLONE. But what that was came from the KLON. That the meaning of the word was a twig. So that was a clones means a number of copies are able to produce from the single cell or the single organism. So that is the main the meaning of the word cloning. So on those cloning three types of available, three types are there in your syllabus. Gene cloning, animal cloning and the cell cloning. How the cells are going to be cloned to form the different types of the organisms. How the animals are produced. So that was the animal cloning. So different types of animals are going to be produced gene cloning, like so genetic structure DNA sequence was collected, and so that DNA sequence was going to be cloned and form the different types of the clones of the particular DNA sequence, particular gene. So those topics are left. So we want to discuss in our tomorrow class. We meet tomorrow. Thank you.